He saved 8 million lives. His country destroyed him. His name was Charles Ponzi. The year was 1920. Boston was buzzing. Ponzi promised returns, 50% in 45 days, or 100% in 90. Think about that, 100% in 90 days. This was unprecedented. He used postal coupons, a simple idea. Buy cheap, sell high. He exploited exchange rates. Across borders, across continents. Investors flocked in. 15 million in months, equivalent today to 200 million. A financial frenzy erupted. But when August 1920 happened, everything changed. The Boston Post investigated, revealed the scheme. It unraveled fast. Ponzi was exposed. He couldn't repay. The money vanished. And this is where it gets darker. On August 12, 1920, authorities raided his offices. They arrested Ponzi, charged with fraud. Thousands lost everything. Think about what that means. Lives ruined, savings obliterated. He pleaded guilty, sentenced to 5 years in federal prison. His health deteriorated, financial ruin complete. The same country that once hailed him, now condemned him. Injustice ran deep. Ponzi's assets seized. He was deported, back to Italy. But the story of Ponzi doesn't end there. He attempted a comeback. In 1934, Brazil, a new scheme, but he failed again. The consequences were dire. By 1949, he was blind and paralyzed. He died penniless in a Rio de Janeiro hospital. Today they study him in business schools, but in 1920, they destroyed him. How does a country thank someone like that? Ponzi's legacy lives on, a cautionary tale for generations. Remember his name, Charles Ponzi, the man who duped a nation. The same financial system that calls him a cautionary tale once fueled his rise. Let that land for a second. The line between genius and villainy is thin. Ponzi's story resonates with today's scandals. Greed, deception, ambition. The ultimate lesson in financial folly and human hubris. Ponzi's scheme was audacious. It capitalized on hope and desperation. Investors were ordinary people, teachers, clerks, laborers. They believed in dreams. A dream Ponzi sold well. He was charismatic, a smooth talker. He rented a mansion, drove a luxury car, lived extravagantly. And this allure drew people in. They wanted his success. It was a facade, a house of cards, ready to collapse. But here's what the history books skip. Ponzi wasn't alone. He had accomplices, a network of agents, promoting his scheme, spreading the word. And it didn't stop there. Even banks invested, trusted him blindly. Think about that. Institutions fell for it, alongside everyday people. But when the truth surfaced, the fallout was immense, reverberated nationwide. Laws changed, regulations tightened to prevent another Ponzi. Yet the irony remains. Ponzi schemes persist. Even today, they exist. New names, same game. Bernie Madoff, for instance, modern-day Ponzi. He defrauded billions, a scale Ponzi never imagined. Yet the core unchanged, a testament to human greed and vulnerability. Easy money, a siren song. But here's where it gets darker. Ponzi's personal life also crumbled. His marriage suffered. His wife deserted him after the scandal. Isolation followed. Friends disappeared. Family shunned him. He was a pariah in his own world, a ghost of former glories. While he languished in prison, the media feasted on every sordid detail. They painted him a monster, and he became one in public eyes. But the story doesn't end there. The man behind the scheme was more complex. Born in Italy, raised in a modest home, Charles Ponzi dreamed big. He moved to America in 1903 with just $2.50, a classic immigrant story, seeking fortune in the land of opportunity. And he almost made it, until ambition consumed him, turned dreams into deceit. Back in Italy, Ponzi was a forgotten figure, his legacy tainted. But in America, the name Ponzi became synonymous with fraud. A cautionary tale indeed, yet his impact extends beyond finance. It influenced culture, inspired books, movies, the classic anti-hero. The same media that vilified him later sensationalized his story, turning him into folklore. And think about what that means. A man condemned, yet immortalized in infamy. His life, a paradox, seeking legitimacy through illegitimate means. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. In his final years, Ponzi reflected on his life. He admitted guilt, regretted his actions, yet couldn't escape his past. In letters from Brazil, he expressed remorse for the lives he ruined. But the damage was done, the Ponzi name forever intertwined with scandal. Yet he left a legacy, a blueprint for deceit, for con men to follow. And in that legacy lies a lesson unlearned, one that's repeated. How does a society guard against its own greed? The answer remains elusive. For every Ponzi stopped, another emerges. New promises, new schemes, the cycle continues, fueled by greed. Let that land for a second. Charles Ponzi, a product of his environment, a reflection of human nature, ambition unchecked by morality or law, and the financial world continues to evolve, but the risks remain. The same institutions today that regulate firmly once turned a blind eye, a stark reminder of vigilance required in an ever-complex world. The story of Ponzi is a mirror, reflecting society's flaws. It doesn't end here. The lessons linger. In every financial transaction, the legacy of Charles Ponzi echoes through time, in every cautionary tale told, as another chapter unfolds. The cycle of greed begins anew. Pero el peor golpe fue en 1925, cuando salió de prisión. Esperaba comenzar de nuevo, pero las puertas se cerraron a su regreso a Boston. Sin un centavo y con una reputación destruida, Ponzi se convirtió en un símbolo de vergüenza. Las autoridades no se detuvieron, lo enjuiciaron nuevamente por delitos estatales. Pasó más tiempo encarcelado, tras las rejas hasta 1934. Cada juicio era un espectáculo. La prensa lo devoraba, el público no olvidaba. Ponzi era el chivo expiatorio. Cuando finalmente fue deportado, la esperanza se desvaneció. Brasil fue su último refugio, pero ni allí encontró paz. Intentó nuevos comienzos, pero el pasado lo perseguía. Su salud empeoró, sus recursos se agotaron y sus días se oscurecieron. Mientras Ponzi languidecía, su legado, paradójicamente, se fortalecía con cada escándalo. El legado de Charles Ponzi, más que un simple fraude, es un espejo de nuestra continua vulnerabilidad ante la promesa de riqueza fácil. En un mundo donde los esquemas fraudulentos aún prosperan, su historia es un recordatorio perdurable de que la codicia y la desesperación pueden nublar el juicio, transformando sueños en pesadillas financieras que resuenan a lo largo del tiempo. The truth has always been there, hiding in plain sight. If this changed how you see history, share it with someone who needs to know. Subscribe to Hidden Legends, because every legend hides a darker story.